Come, Nerevar, come, look upon the races of Akavir. Oh, you are in Akavir currently. Why haven't you been writing to me, Moon and Star? I, the Sharmat, was waiting for your correspondence. In any case, there are no Dunmer on Akavir, so it mostly consists of Enwas and farm tools. Seriously, Nerevar, I do not care what origins they have. They look like farm tools, they talk like farm tools, they walk like farm tools. That means that they are farm tools. We begin with the Tsaesci, the vampire farm tool snake people that are unrelated to the farm tool Argonians and the Heist. They are more related to the Redguards and the Nords. However, for all intents and purposes, they are farm tools, because they do not even deserve the status of Enwa. Some say that they are human, some say they are snakes, or both, and I really do not care. For the purposes of the sermon, we will refer to the snake people as Tsaesci farm tools. While discussing the humans, we will refer them to as Akaviri. That aside, the Tsaesci tried to conquer Tamriel a couple of times and some almost succeeded, but that Enwa Riemann Cyrodiil I stopped them at the Pale Pass. However, one of the Tsaesci, named Versidou Shea, became the close advisor to Riemann Cyrodiil III. He was one of the shadiest individuals to rule Tamriel. He is suspected of having caused the death of the Enwa Emperor. Well, it was the Morag Tong, and he might have made deals with them. But who knows what these snake farm tools do? In any case, after the death of Riemann III, he took over the Riemann Empire, making it into his personal Akaviri potentate. However, the Morag Tong did not see it as acceptable for a farm tool to be an emperor, and put an end to his reign. The only good thing he did was to legalize guilds. Then his son ruled until he was also assassinated. Uriel V of the Septim Empire tried conquering them, and that also did not get him anywhere. That is beside the point, though. They seem to be kneeling to a dragonborn, though. There are a lot of unknowns with these farm tools. How long do they live? Are they immortal? Did they eat the Akaviri humans or enslave them? Either way, they are indirectly responsible for creating the Blades, and the Blades caused Caius Cosades to join them, and Caius Cosades corrupted you, Nerevar. I have no respect or love for them. We move on to the Akaviri Humans, the only Enwas on the continent. Rumor has it that they have all been eaten by the Tsaesci. However, by some accounts they are the Tsaesci, and that Tamriel has a tendency to describe everything from Akavir as snake-like. For example, a dragonborn does not really look like a dragon, he looks like a Dunmer, an Enwa, or a farm tool. So there is a possibility that the humans in Akavir are the Tsaesci, and this could be the reason why they easily blended in with the mongrel dogs of the Empire here on Tamriel. However, there is also the theory that they may be coexisting, and that the farm tools are using the Enwas as farm tools. So for this reason, when they interact with Tamriel, they put their best foot forward and send the most esteemed members of their society. Another reason this theory has credence is when the hero of Kvatch enters the Pale Pass. He encounters the Akaviri, and what do they look like? Humans. Enwas. Generally, Akaviri humans and Tsaesci dynamic is so cryptic and confusing that it does not honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned. However, their armor and weapons look quite exquisite. We have more races to discuss that are a lot more distinct, so I will leave this question open-ended. I am going to be brief while talking about dragons because they are quite the nuisance, even more so than cliff racers sometimes. Apparently, there are varieties of dragons living in Akavir. The red dragons got turned into farm tools by the Tsaesci, while the black dragons joined the Kapotun in their constant battle against the Tsaesci. It is said that they went extinct on Akavir. No wonder the Tsaesci worshipped the Dragonborn. Good riddance. No, Nerevar. I am not sneezing. I am just trying to figure out the pronunciation of Tsaesci. If you are enjoying this sermon, please don't forget to raise your thumb. Write on the parchment down below, and subscribe to my sermons. Don't forget to honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned. Then we have the Kapotun, the cat people of Akavir, and to what extent they are related to the farm tool. Khajiit is unknown, however. One thing that is very certain is that they are also farm tools judging by their appearance. I mean, humans in Akavir are related to the humans in Tamriel. So it would make sense that cat people in Akavir are related to the cat people on Tamriel. One of these farm tools named Titsarje. What, Nerevar? Do you want me to say that name again? Titsarje? I don't get it, it's just a stupid farm tool name. Anyhow, this farm tool serves Manamarco of all Enwas. that incompetent necromancer who did not live up to expectations in Cyrodiil. They consider the Tsaesci to be their mortal enemies and have fought multiple wars with the Tsaesci. After the dragons got extinct, their farm tool leader Toshreka decided to transform himself into a dragon. After destroying the Tsaesci, he had the audacity to want to invade Tamriel. What a grand and intoxicating innocence. What is it with these Akaviri farm tools wanting to invade Tamriel? How many times do we have to teach them the same lesson? Speaking of invading Tamriel, there are the Kamal, the snow demons or whatever they are. They were probably as disappointing as the snow demons from that one show that was about games and thrones, or whatever that Enwa nonsense was. Anyhow, the Kamal have a habit of attacking everyone once they thaw out every summer, which is kind of a strange handicap. When their King Ada-Sum-Dir Kamal tried to invade Tamriel, and actually took most of the northern Tamriel, the city of Winterfell, the city of Windhelm, fell to his armies. However, they got stopped by the Ebonheart Pact, because of course a combined force of Argonian farm tools, the Dunmer, and the Enwa Nords managed to stop some threats from Akavir. I still cannot understand how that alliance worked, but I am pretty sure Morrowind had made good use of the others. It is said they were driven to Morrowind by the Nords, where Almalexia, the false god of the tribunal, led an army against them. The Kamal tried to fight and outlast the Dunmer. However, the Argonian farm tools were actually useful for the first time and joined the battle to help. And that moment, Vivec summoned a tidal wave that wiped out most of their armies. I have no respect for the false gods of the tribunal, and I especially do not have respect for farm tools. But this teamwork does honor the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned to some extent. This was not the last Tamriel would see of the Kamal, however. Sometime before Second Era 812, remnants of the Kamal invasion force who had somehow survived the slaughter at Vivec's Antlers resurfaced in Cyrodiil, seizing the ruby throne from the successors of the warlord Atribus. The Kamal were soon joined by the Akaviri of Rimmon, who had previously fled to elsewhere to avoid Atribus's persecution. The Kamal and Rimmon Akaviri attempted to rebuild the empire, but the effort was doomed to failure. Finally, we have reached another category of farm tools known as the Tang Mo. The Tang Mo are generous and kind monkey people. Oh, are they generous enough to become the farm tools for the Dunmer? Tang Mo translates as the 1,000 Monkey Isles, which refers to the area where they live. There are various breeds of Tang Mo, just like the Khajiit. Oh, nice. More farm tools for us. They are very brave and simple, and many are also believed to be insane. So they basically are Sheogorath worshippers. No wonder they are generous and kind. Only someone worshipping Sheogorath could be generous and kind in this day and age. Generosity and kindness is earned, and I will be kind enough to use them as farm tools. They can raise armies when they must, for all of the other Akaviri nations have, at one time or another, tried to make them into farm tools like they are. So far, the Tang Mo have always succeeded in defending their lands. But once I get my hands on them, they will have a better purpose. Recently, they have shrewdly allied themselves with their former enemies, the Ka Po Tun, so they can be farm tools together. How nice. Why don't I just invade Akavir for free labor? They seem to be a useful bunch, except for those Kamal demons. Of course, there are also legends about some rat and dog people, and a bunch of goblins, but they are not worth my breath. This is it for this sermon. Please don't forget to honor the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned by subscribing to my sermons, raising your thumbs, and writing on the parchment down below. I would like to thank my patrons, Connor Runda, Tanya Davis, and unoriginal username. Thank you for honoring the Sixth House and the tribe unmourned.